And welcome back. In this tutorial I'm going to show you some additional events or signals, you could say, that are generated using the Witty library, specifically the WText Widget. And the two events that we're going to generate is the MouseWentOut and the MouseWentOver events. So this is a continuation from the previous tutorial. We did the clicked and double clicked. What I'm going to do now is delete this, change this from clicked to mouse out, because the signature is basically the same, and I'm going to change this to mouse over. And as you can see, all we got to do now is just change this to mouse out and change this to mouse over. And the only thing you have to do now is, again, let's look at the documentation. MouseWentOut basically is called MouseWentOut and MouseWentOver. This basically tells you when the mouse went out of this widget. Basically, when you move the mouse out like this, a signal will be generated, an event will be generated. And when you bring the mouse back over the widget itself, a event will be triggered when the mouse goes over the widget. So as you can see, what we're going to do is take the response object, do mouse went out. Let me make sure I got that right. Yep. Dot connect. Really didn't have to change too much. And we just basically just use the method that we created, mouse out and response. Mouse went over and connect our slot. I'm going to save this and save that. Let's go ahead and compile this. Okay, the project compiled, and let's go ahead and run it. Let's go back to our application. Going to refresh it. And as you can see, it's not doing anything right now. Try to move my mouse real quick. If I bring it over, change the text to green. If I go out, change it to red. Back over to green, back out, red. And let me show you. If you do this, watch the server. Watch this. You see the interaction that's going on with the server as we do this? So as you can see, those events, those signals are being generated and calling the slot that we have, or the two slots that we have created. So that's a basic example of how you can use the WText object and generate events. In this case, the MouseWentOut and MouseWentOver, and you can think of a slew of different things that you can do with it. You do the same thing in JavaScript. You can do the same thing in the Witty library using C++. I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye.